Hey, I'm CheapDishSoap, and the Destiny grind's never been more real. With the Leviathan raid around the corner along with Trials of the Nine, there's a lot of hype and a lot of push to get to the highest level possible as soon as possible. So what is the best method? What is the fastest method to level up fastest? Well, let's talk about it. The most important thing you need to know, especially if you are a newbie, is that there are two progression meters, level and power. Power is both a measure of your overall progress and a base calculation of how much damage you'll be doing with your special abilities, such as your melee, your grenade, and your super ability. And this is what your little ghost calls the light, which is what you fight for in the beginning, which you lose in the beginning and then you get it back because it's so crucial to have in the game. It's what makes us the best guardian above everybody else. As the campaign goes on, you'll understand. Your power goes up as your overall gear score increases, which is going to be derived from the attack value of your equipped weapons and the average defense values of your equipped armor. In Destiny 1, this was known as the light. So basically, the grind starts with getting to level 20. You want to get to level 20 first. It's the most crucial thing. You start at 1, obviously, you get to 20, and then after that, that's when your power or light level really matters. I mean, it does increase over time as you level up to 20, but it's not as crucial until you've hit 20. So you just want to get to level 20, get as much experience as possible, because once you hit level 20, that's when the game will start dropping exotic engrams, legendary engrams through various ways through the game that will actually start to make a big impact on your power level. So the very first and most important thing you should do is a story missions. You will get a lot of experience at the end of every story mission, and then on top of that, through doing story missions, you're going to unlock various milestones, which is going to be a crucial way of leveling up once you've hit level 20. Now, you may not hit level 20 through doing all the story missions, or you might come into some problems as the story missions might be too difficult. There are adventures along the way through each planet, which you can do alongside the story missions. The adventures you can find on every planet. However, you don't need to do all of them. I did them all. The way I did it is I did all the story missions for one planet, then I did all the adventures for the planet, and then I moved to the next planet, did the story missions, adventures, and so on. Now, that's just how I personally did it. It doesn't mean it's the best and most efficient way, and a matter of fact, it's not. The best and most efficient way would be to do the story missions, do a couple adventures, and then move to the next story mission, because by doing it the way I did, I got to level 20 way before I got to the end of the story. A great way to get XP as well is doing public events, killing high profile targets, looting the chest. Every time you loot chests, you get bonus experience. Okay, now we're level 20. Now we need to get our power level up as fast as possible. What's the most efficient method? There are various methods. Which method will fit you best? Which one sounds most appealing to you? Because there are a lot of options. Now, one thing I think is very crucial in the leveling up method is even throughout getting to level 20, when you are going on each individual planet, you are going to be collecting those coins for each planet. Collect the coins, do not turn them in, save them, do not turn them in. This is the method I did with the coins, and it worked very well for me. I started off by looting all of the gold chests, which on the minimap are the emblems with the dot and the 4 little C's going into it. Every time you loot one of these gold chests, you are awarded 3 coins guaranteed, plus you can get legendary items and even exotic. There are a lot of gold chests throughout all of the maps, so I'd highly recommend using this method to hoard a bunch of coins. There are also other methods you can collect coins besides the chest, such as just looting the basic chests on the maps, looting the materials for that planet. You can turn in, redeem all of these through the factions through each planet. And I will get more into this a little later. For now, let's move on. The lost sectors is another really efficient method in getting quick loot in the beginning, which are, I like to call them the dungeons. And it's basically the little caves you enter and you kill the boss. And once you kill the boss, you have access to loot his chest, and he offers you coins and also gear and weapons. And keep in mind, like all of the chests, there could be a possible chance for a legendary or exotic engram when looting. Now, in public events, I don't know if you've noticed, but some of them turn into heroic events. I'm not 100% sure what turns them into heroic events. I personally believe that there are certain things you can do to trigger the heroic event during a normal event. These heroic events have potential to drop much higher value drops, such as exotic engrams, higher legendary engrams. I've personally got a few exotic engrams doing heroic strikes myself. In Destiny 1, you could hoard all your engrams, then you could go to the Cryptarch, turn your engrams in, but before you turn your engrams in, you would make sure that your light level was capped. Well, in this game, it's not like that. Do not hoard your engrams, turn them in, cash them in immediately as soon as you get them, because the engram is based on the light level or the power level that it's dropped at the time being. Meaning that if your light level was 245 and you got a couple engrams and then you kept playing and your light level is now like 265 and you go turn those engrams in, the ones that you got when you were 245, those engrams are more than likely going to drop at light level like 247, 250, but you're at 265 now, so now those are trash. Do not infuse anything until you're about 260 light. Do not waste your legendary shards. I would highly recommend not infusing anything until you're about 260 light. You will get to 260 light fairly quickly just off of rare engrams, and you will get a couple legendary engrams to help boost you along the way. And in Destiny 2, unlike Destiny 1, it seems like the game likes to give you the stuff you need. I remember in Destiny 1 grinding for one spot for sometimes days, and I wouldn't get it. I need boots for days, and it just would not drop boots. Well, in Destiny 2, it doesn't seem to be like that. It seems like they give you what you need when you need it. And one more thing do not do is do not complete any of your milestone menu listed as provided powerful loot until you're about 260, 265 light. Okay, now you're at 260 light. You've checked out every drop. You've maxed out each region vendor. You've raided the lost sector chests, and you've looted, if not all, a majority of the gold chests, collecting all those coins. Now this is the time where you're going to want to start turning in your reputation through the vendors on each planet. Every time you do so, you open an engram, equip that, and then go back to them and start turning more of the coins in to level up again, and you will be able to level up quite a few times. I did at least 4 or 5 times on each planet, and every time the level cap does keep going up. Now this is where you start doing strikes, you start completing challenges, and you really start grinding out those public events and trying to find those heroic events to get the legendary gear and the exotic engrams. Now at this point in the game, these challenges that you have are going to be very crucial because they offer something called powerful gear, which is legendary gear, but the power level is going to drop much higher, much significantly higher than where you're at currently. So definitely want to do the challenges as soon as you feel like you're pretty much to that cap point where it's like, oh, I can't really break this point. I need something to really boost me. That's where these challenges come. Start completing them. And this is also where you're going to start wanting to pay real close attention to some of the mods, especially the legendary mods, because some of the legendary mods you get can apply 5 offense on your weapons and 5 defense on your gear, meaning if you have a 265 piece and you applied this mod to it, it will boost it to 270. And keep in mind also, if you have an exotic and you boost a legendary on it, it will increase it by 5 as well. So if you have like a 270 legendary and you infuse it on an exotic, it will go to like 275. I have not tried the vice versa effect of that, and what I mean is by infusing an exotic on a legendary piece, I have heard that it does the opposite of what we would want it to do, and it subtracts 5. So I wouldn't even waste time doing the exotic. Not to mention that nobody really has exotics in this game, so I really don't see you guys infusing your exotics on legendary gear because we're trying to collect all of the new exotics right now. Now as far as the vendors go, there are quite a few of them in the game that can help you level up quickly. There are 8 of them, starting with Devrim K, who is a EDZ region vendor. Then you've got Sloan, the Titan region vendor. You've got Failsafe, the Nessus region vendor. You've got Asher, the IO region vendor. Banshee 44, the Gunsmith. Shax for Crucible. Zavala for strikes, and Ikora for meditations. If you don't know what meditations are, it's something that she offers allowing you to redo missions, and when you redo the missions, she gives you Vanguard research tokens, which in essence turns into reputation, which turns into gear. And to a certain point, these methods will not be effective anymore. Once you hit about 275 light, the regular drops won't help you get stronger. You'll only find equipment of 275 power or higher through weekly milestone rewards, end-game activity rewards, legendary mods, random exotic engram drops. Weekly milestones are special activities or goals available once a week, which are rewarded powerful gear, which is the legendary gear that exceeds your current stage, which is good. That's what you want. That seems to mean an engram at least a few points above your current power. There are only 4 weekly milestones at present, and these current weekly milestones are Flashpoint. Cade 6 issues a Flashpoint challenge each week, which just means complete a number of public events at a set destination. Then you've got Call to Arms, a weekly Crucible quest with varying objectives issued by Lord Shaxx. If no specific goal is set, it just means you should complete Crucible matches in either playlist. The Nightfall, a tougher version of a strike with nasty modifiers, no matchmaking. The Nightfall has always been one of the best and most efficient methods on getting good gear, not to mention that me personally, I enjoy them because they're very difficult, fun, take strategy, and are not easy to complete. And now that clans are in Destiny 2, you can earn legendary engrams by reaching the individual contribution cap of 5,000 XP each week, since you earn clan XP for pretty much everything. This milestone can be saved until you reach Power 260, unfortunately. Since we're on the topic of clan, I have a clan. If you guys would like to join, a lot of you guys have already joined. Continue to send requests. I will approve everybody right now because the contribution XP is so crucial for us all to level up and get the rewards and perks that we want. There are 6 levels and each level has a perk, significantly getting better the higher level we get. Not to mention that being in a clan is just fun in general to be in, to talk to other people, if you guys need somebody for a Nightfall, or you guys need somebody to play Crucible with, or a strike or public events, or whatever the case may be, we will be there for that as well. And there are a few in-game activities, starting with the Leviathan raid. Raids in Destiny 1's first resource of end gear. We expect the tradition to continue, multiple loot opportunities throughout the raid, meaning chances to bump your power when the Leviathan raid launches on September 13th. Also, Trials of the Nine, which is a weekly PvP event, very competitive. It will also be coming out September 13th along with the raid, offering plenty of opportunity for powerful gear as well. Also, Iron Banner, we don't know too much about it other than it will return in-game in October. And that will about wrap this video up, guys. I'm so sorry the video is so long. I tried cutting it as much as I could. I just wanted to cover all bases with you guys, so you have any questions, I really hope that I answered them for you. And if you do have any further questions, just leave questions in the comments and I will gladly respond to them. And as always, guys, please drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Become a Soapy sub. Subscribe if you're not. Subscribe just to stay tuned with all of the Destiny news, any updates, anything new coming out. I will be covering that, so be sure to check out the channel and also turn on the notifications for any future videos I release. No further ado, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!